What's going on, everyone? This week, the Premier League predictions, AFL Finals brackets, and Matt's hairy ball sack. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode number 119 of the Storm of the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage from our sports viewing this week. What's going on, fellas?
Soft drink.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Alrighty.
Oh, you were taking a guess, right?
Yep.
What soft drink?
I don't know. I was going off sound alone. I saw a clip of some dude guess 7 straight can openings on the radio. And I was inspired.
Was it brands or just like a soft drink or hard drink?
No, I was like, they were sponsored by a beer, I think, because it's some beer I'd never heard of before or seen the can of before. Mm-hmm. And they were alternating it with Coke cans. And Coke, like the Coke can has a very distinct sound.
It snaps. Yeah,
but given that that's a white can and the opening wasn't super convincing, I'm going to go with sugar-free Kirk's Pasito.
He's pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Wowee.
Yeah, it's only the same thing I've opened, like the past 3 weeks in a row or something, but it's fine.
Can you just show the camera just so that anyone, any doubters of mine can hop on the YouTube version and just...
Exactly. Go check it out on Rumble. There is a sugar-free Pasito.
Delicious. I really wish I had one of those right now.
It's pretty tasty.
It would be nice.
Especially in this weather. Matthew, what's been going on? I might as well drink as well while everyone's having a drink.
I started first, bro. That's Matt's bad radio.
Matt was doing a waterfall.
It's just fun to drink, really.
It's good for about being hydrated.
Yeah, depending what you're drinking.
Salt.
Can you drink salt?
If it's hot enough.
He's right. Becomes a liquid eventually.
Yeah, I've been all right.
Wow, that's a bit different. That's good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Thanks.
Keelan, what's going on?
You're not going to answer at all, Matt?
Oh, I already did.
Oh, fuck off, dude. And then?
Yes, and. Let's see.
We missed you last week.
I went to Rockhampton.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
For business or pleasure?
Oh, both, I suppose.
Well, you probably didn't enjoy it. And did you get paid?
You can't write off hookers.
No,
you can't.
I think it depends on if they have other skills.
Depends what industry you work in, I suppose.
True, that too.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice, Rockhampton is a lot like the Hamptons in the United States. It's by the water. That's about it. So it was a big river right down the middle. Something about towns in Queensland and building them around rivers. It's probably a good reason when trade was done through water and whatnot, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As it still is.
Probably not a Queensland exclusive planning feature, but fair
Should
enough.
we build this town by the water or nah? No, we don't. No, I don't know. Yeah, it was all right. And then I went to Bundaberg, and it won some award, like Queensland or Australia's rudest town.
Oh, nice.
Well warranted.
Did you get heckled?
It's all the rum drunk people.
I mean, no more than anywhere else. Surprisingly, it was actually a lovely audience, to be honest. But that depends who you're talking to. Some people didn't feel the same way. Notably, one of the comedians who on stage said, "I voted for the Greens." That was that was an interesting choice.
They probably tossed him out without his hat.
I've never seen a comic say something and turn a crowd that quickly in real time. I mean, when I say like anything, I mean he could have said anything other than that, and it wouldn't have been as bad.
I don't know. I reckon Bundaberg's probably pretty transphobic.
It was hilarious to watch.
Yeah, Greensland doesn't extend up there, unfortunately. It doesn't extend very far past the outer edges of Brisbane CBD.
I don't think it makes it to Nunda, to be fair.
Yeah. No, it was fun.
That's good. Highlight of your trip?
It's hard to say, I guess.
So many.
I mean, he's barely explained what the trip was, to be fair. He just said he's been to Rockhampton and Bundaberg.
That's true. I went to these two towns to perform the art of stand-up comedy.
Oh, fuck. Can you just say something normally, cunt?
It was pretty eventful. The trip from Rockhampton to Bundy, we had to take a detour because a truck of nitrate exploded, like pretty evaporating parts of the Bruce Highway.
Oh, sick. Sweet. Any photos?
No, it was like a really big deal.
Oh. Well, we didn't hear about it down here, so.
No. You wonder how often that happens.
Probably quite a lot.
Yeah. So it was like the real deal going off-road on just dirt roads, which was fun for about 5 minutes until, you're going 40 k's an hour in dust, just winding roads, and you think, oh yeah.
Was it a corrugated road?
No, thank God.
That shit's the fucking worst. I hate that.
Yeah, could have been way worse. No, I guess the highlight would be, probably the best story. There was this woman called Vicky, and coincidentally, there was another woman at the show called Victoria. This lady Vicky was like this big woman, half Aboriginal, pretty colourful character. And when I called her Victoria, she was not happy about it, but in a very joking way, like very jovial, really nice person. But she's like, she goes, her two daughters with her are like, oh no, now you've done it. And she goes, call me Victoria again, I dare you. I was like, whoa. I don't mean anything by that. There just so happens there's another woman at the show, blah, blah, blah. And then, maybe about 30 or 40 minutes go past. And when I'm finally up on stage, I go, talking about names, I found out tonight that Victoria is a very different name from Vicky. And as you can imagine, 65 people are sitting there stone-faced. But this one lady, Vicky, just lost her mind, just cracked up. And I thought that was pretty cool. Because I thought over in my head and I go, do you do a joke for one person? That can't be a good strategy.
Well, it's two, because the other one's you.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
No, but that was fun.
Did she follow you on Instagram?
No, I don't think so.
Waste. Should have given her a fucking QR code business card.
No, it was awesome though. That was easily the highlight, I think. That was very fun to do.
That's good. Any particular lowlights other than getting over driving on a dirt road very quickly, which is always what happens?
Yeah, no, there's definite lowlight. We were crossing a bridge at Bundaberg, and an Aboriginal fellow was coming down the other way, and he stuck his hand out for a fist pump, and I completely panicked. I was holding a drink bottle. I missed. I turned around, went, oh, and he goes, don't worry, brother. And then the entire group of people I was with were like, well done, Matt. You blew the one chance for us to be cool.
That also would have had cultural ramifications as well.
That could have been the difference between yes and no in the referendum. That could have been the sway.
I'm not helping the I'm not helping the good fight.
You could have been up there with Kevin Rudd. as one of the leaders of
reconciliation.
Reconciliation, that's the word.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
No.
The official national apology for the stolen generation and all the other shit, and then Matt fist bumping some dude.
Crud's National Sorry Day. Matt's fist bump day. Handshake meme. Social change.
I like to think I didn't set anything any further back than we collectively already have.
I don't know, man. Maybe that dude thinks that you missed it on purpose.
Yeah, how actively did you avoid him? Now, it's even sadder to hear because I know of you being such a big LeBron fan and you knowing all of LeBron's handshakes that he has with all the other members of his team off by heart, and you can do them to yourself with your opposite hands. You couldn't get a simple fist bump with a man on the street, right? It's a damn shame.
Anyway.
Keelan, what's going on?
Yeah, thank you, Isaac. Just happy to be here. Not much.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
No, I'd just like to have the record show that I beat fan of the show, Zach at Warhammer on Friday night.
How good!
Just shot the shit out of him.
Nice one.
Thank you.
For all the listeners at home, Warhammer it is a game that you play, but also Warhammer is but a minuscule part of Keelan's life, as he's well liked, well beloved, busy, has a lot of hobbies, whereas Warhammer is all Zach does. He's poured his entire heart and soul and life into this game, and he can't even beat a guy that just showed up. So it's a bit unfortunate.
Keelan's bits of plastic weren't even painted, and Zach's were just looking impeccable in a nice clear coat.
3 of my dudes were headless because I'm painting the heads separately.
Keelan didn't even have a full set. He's got like chess pawns on his side of the board.
No, to be fair, what I brought with me was just better units than what Zach had at the end of the day. I have a feeling that
he's got a bigger and better units than Zach.
I brought a tank.
You had a tank, and Zachy has his water pistol out. It's just not fair.
Well, I focused his anti-tank stuff at like the first turn I had, the very first opportunity I had. I was like, nah, dude. So that'll do it. But yeah, Mr. Wilmot and I bought him like the best anti-tank thing for his faction for his birthday. Mm-hmm. So we might be in trouble eventually, but we'll see. But yeah, what's going on with you?
Oh, thanks for asking. In the 2 business days that it's been since we've spoken,
it's been far too long.
It's also been a weekend, and I think last episode we were chatting about how hot it was getting.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to spoil my butcher of the week, but this weekend was ridiculous for what was technically summer. Technically winter was hotter than summer.
Nice try, there, champ.
What the fuck is going on? And right now I'm dealing with a bug apocalypse. There's so many flying insects in and around my house. If I had Keelan's tight, fit athlete body, they would have carried me away on the weekend. I wouldn't be here anymore. They would have just lifted me off and dropped me in a field, and I would have died on impact.
Why don't you just do the thing from Bug Apocalypse now?
Which is?
Set fire to the fucking water, dude. Just napalm the fuck out of it.
It makes sense, yeah. That's probably the only option.
Sweet.
I'm looking up
see you in a fortnight.
Fluoro tube that's above the monitor here. So many bugs around it. Inside. This one here. So many bugs inside. Outside is ridiculous. There was no ceiling on my patio anymore. It was just all moths. It was a active moving ceiling. if I
Brother, ooh.
probably would have passed out if I stayed out there too long from all the mosquitoes, just sucking all my blood. But
you couldn't get any air in because you're just fucking breathing mosquitoes.
But that being said, I feel great. So maybe they were onto something when they were doing bloodletting back in the day.
Is that drowning?
What?
If you fill up your lungs with mosquito?
If they explode with your own blood, then possibly. But I don't
Does it
think
have
so.
to be a liquid, or is it just your lungs being filled with things that isn't?
No, I think
it is. It is specifically water.
It's got to be liquid. Yeah.
Does that mean you can't drown by breathing in petrol? Like if you fill your lungs with petrol, you haven't drowned.
You'd be so quick. Just fill the tank up with petrol.
That was really funny, dude. No, sorry, hold on. I've got a thing for that.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, at the moment, usually we see my targeted ads and the coin flip of various, hobby farm gear, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the market for a late 2019, early 2020 Wuhan edition fogger to try and get rid of some of these insects. It is wild. I'm hoping the cool change coming this week and their short lifespan reduces the number significantly before the housewarming coming up shortly for people to enjoy.
I just started Googling a bunch of things like related to insect killings, but I'm also not sure if you're logged into the Storm on the Beach Google profile or not.
Yep.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, I thought you weren't. Oh, I just gave away my bit. I was really hoping that the things I Googled would then get advertised to you in the coin flip later.
Oh, right. I usually do the coin flip off my personal profile anyway.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah. All good. But yeah, so fighting off bugs, replacing all of my fly screens with the smallest fly screens on the market because the holes are half the size to stop the bugs getting through the fly screen. Not just in the doors when you open them. They were climbing through. It was not doing its job. So that's how my weekend's been.
Gross.
Hot and buggy.
Was it muggy as well?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised it's that hot down in New South Wales as well.
Yeah.
He's fucking 15 minutes away, dude.
It was like 35 both days over the weekend.
Far out.
Yeah, we had the aircon on.
Yeah, it's been on.
Yeah, it's one of them.
It's been on.
I know it's hot when Mum goes, yeah, put the aircon on.
Yeah. It's always very hot when the primary electricity bill payer decides to put the aircon on.
Yeah.
All right, should we get to our first segment, Butcher of the Week?
Yeah, we could do.
Keelan, any nominations for this week's unofficially sponsored Insert Butcher here, Butcher of the Week?
I don't want to rub salt into an open wound, but after watching the Liverpool United game at Old Trafford this morning, it's Casemiro.
Right.
Yeah, his bad football skills led straight to 2 Liverpool goals.
Tough look.
Yeah. Which I think it says something about United that you can take such a high-quality player and make them look like utter dog shit.
Okay, Matt, any nominations?
I've got 2.
Oh.
Some kid somewhere in Australia, the media hasn't disclosed his name or anything.
If you stop there, that is like the average news.com article. That's it.
I just thought some kid apparently attempted to like buy guns online and was caught and stopped by the AFP apparently in an attempt to cause a terror attack. and the punishment for either committing the terrorist act or even attempting is just life in prison. So bad luck. Just
sucks to suck. I think that's pretty reasonable, if you ask me.
How many guns did he buy? If I search kid buys guns, it'll come up.
He might have attempted to buy them even, so didn't even get his mitts on them, didn't even get to pull the trigger. Life in prison. Go directly to jail, pass go, do not collect 200. And the second one would be in the same news break, but a Dreamworld animal handler, a veteran handler apparently, was attacked. And investigations are underway, which I thought was, a little bit funny, because also giant wild animals may sometimes behave like giant wild animals,
You don't think they'll just sit calmly in their box forever?
Unfortunately not, apparently. But obviously I hope she's okay. I don't think she's going to die, but just possibly some nerve damage in her forearm, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, hear me out. There's
Dreamworld's never going to financially recover from this.
Dude, that too.
It was.
I want to see. I want to see a video of her get munched. So I'm looking, but all it is like real news.
Someone's
Daily
got
Motion. What's that? Was it Live Leaks? Is it
Live Leak? Yeah, Live Leak's a good one.
I don't know if it's around anymore.
Yeah, possibly not. Might have been wrapped up.
It's
interesting that I think only recently they didn't they increase the probable threat of terror incidents in Australia just very recently.
Yep.
Probably because they knew this guy was up to mischief, and they were like, "We can get ahead of this story and prove ourselves right."
So on that, I had
up to mischief is such a shitty way of describing a planned terror attack.
Pretty funny though. Oh man.
When did this buy gun thing happen?
I don't know. I heard it on the radio today. It might be breaking news or something.
Because I just accidentally found one from April that in Melbourne, 4 teenagers plotted to buy guns and attack Jewish people days after a bishop was stabbed in a Sydney church.
Oh, wow. Religion-based violence. Who would have guessed it?
I mean, it's like the worst kind of violence too. It's like
no one's changing their beliefs.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's like
no one's flipping sides on it.
It's the equivalent of walking into Comic-Con with a gun as a Marvel fan and shooting all the DC fans. It's an opinion on made up shit. Just stop.
Yeah.
And that's my hot take for the day. There we go. We are really storming the beach today.
But there's no opportunity for them to look down and go, "Oh, there's skulls on our caps and shirts. Are we the baddies?" You know. Especially the groups that basically believe the same thing. It's like it all goes back to the same person.
Yeah.
It's just very slightly different.
I just pronounced their name wrong. I've moved back to the tiger thing. I found a video that I thought looked dodgy enough that it would be real, like the real video, and it wasn't it. But I found some things of what they do in the Dreamworld tiger thing specifically. And there's like the tiger like standing up like this, drinking out of a fucking what looks like a Farmers Union iced coffee, but I assume it's just regular milk. Just like lapping it up as the person holds it above its head, and it's like, dude, this is like, have you seen the size of this bastard's teeth? Why are you holding milk above its head, you nutcase? Another video of a tiger licking the trainer's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Getting a taste in.
You're 100% asking for it at that point.
Yeah, look, certainly not ideal.
No.
At least Dreamworld has probably insurance, but also a big corporate backing, unlike Mr. Joe Exotic.
It was unfortunate because it means we won't get a Netflix series out of this.
True. Yeah, true.
I never
probably get a
watched
current affair special, though.
Ooh, yeah, give me that. As long as Tracy comes back.
They'll have the video, or they'll have the lead-up video to like 2 seconds before, and then it'll pause as it's about to happen.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised you didn't get an old tiger zoo attack result from, I think it was like somewhere like India or something like that, where a bloke jumped into a tiger pen and it just like grabbed him on the back of the neck like a kitten and just snapped his neck. He was just dead. And then it just like dragged him to the back of the enclosure.
Jesus Christ.
It was just over. Yeah.
That's probably on r/watch people die, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. It probably, you know, in the first few of top all time, I would imagine.
That got taken down too, so.
Can't have anything these days.
I found a wholesome version of it, though, actually. It was like something die. And I was like, yo, is this Watch People Die Reborn? And that it's just like, the top post was like a kitten, like, going like this in like someone's hand, like it's getting held upside down, like wriggling. And then it just goes, like it died. It's like, oh, okay. I see. This whole Reddit is just like things pretending to die almost. And it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, a bit better.
Yeah, it was just really cute. But yeah, I can't find the video. So if anyone happens to find the tiger handler getting nommed on, shoot it through.
Anyone in the Dreamworld back rooms, get their hands on that. That'd be worth a bunch, I reckon.
Give you $5 for the CCTV.
That's probably how they pay out their insurance. Dreamworld, actually, they'll sell off their rights.
I'll put it on their Patreon.
Yeah. My books for the week. I don't know. The Earth. Why is it this hot in winter?
Rebuttal.
It's the end of winter, but
the human race.
Shitless, the human race.
Yeah.
Earth.
That's fair.
I'll allow it.
Probably a long time overdue.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone knows with change of seasons, there's usually, you know, a big-ish weather event, you know, very windy, big storm, something like that. So it's just the usual. But I'm sure climate change has nothing to do with the fact that it was 30 plus for 5 days in a row at the end of winter coming into spring.
No, don't be silly.
Probably nothing at all.
It's just, yeah. It's just trying to confuse the magpies.
True. Try and get the swooping out of their system.
Yeah. It's too hot to swoop.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll sit on the nest a bit more. Who knows?
All right. Speaking of shit list, nominations, movements.
3 of them. Rafael Varane.
Mm-hmm.
Long time injury list member for any club he plays for.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to Como, which sounds like a lovely place to go play football for, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And within like 24 minutes of his first game playing for them, he came off injured, and he's actually been removed officially from their squad.
Tough look.
Due to that injury. So, tough bickies. But yeah, it's shitless material because he just keeps doing it. How does he get away with it? How do people keep signing him? They're like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Vegas Golden Knights might be interested now.
Yeah.
Get him on the books and write it off.
He'll definitely be on as a defensive defenseman.
Yeah.
Matt, right. That was a reference to something I learned on last week's show.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We didn't expect you to listen, so it's okay.
I listened to the previous one I wasn't on, and it was pretty good.
Well, thanks.
Only pretty good. Well, we can move along then, because fuck you, Matthew.
Yeah. Push out another movement.
We got another R. We got Raheem Sterling, who has just moved to another massive Premier League club. So yeah, as you all know, he started his career at Liverpool, then moved to City, then moved to Chelsea for 15 minutes. And after going through about 12 managers at Chelsea over the course of 2 years, he's now been sent to Arsenal.
Not a bad move for him, actually.
Pretty good move for him.
A huge upgrade.
Huge upgrade. I think it's just weird to see someone play for 4 big clubs like that.
All of them, yeah.
This doesn't feel right. It's the same as Michael Owen playing for Liverpool and United. Like, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Is he really good, or is he not very good? That's why he keeps getting shopped around. That's a real question.
Well, he was quite young when he was at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And as he was hitting his prime, I think City bought him, because at that time, Liverpool were no good.
Yep.
He was at Liverpool until 2015. So, yeah, we were pretty shit. And, City, when they come knocking, you probably say yes. I just don't know why you'd go to Chelsea after that, to be fair.
Tough look.
Yeah.
Maybe got sick of winning.
But then you can't go from Chelsea to Arsenal. Like, people do it. Like, Aubameyang did it. Or the other way around. He did it the other way around, didn't he? Yeah. Went from Arsenal to Chelsea via someone else, I think. But, and Jorginho did it. But it's like...
It's a roller coaster of a career. Like, he must have had a good season at Chelsea to get out, right?
Nah, the new manager just put him on the I don't want you here list.
Well, I've got 40 other blokes waiting for this spot.
Literally 40 other left wingers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I guess, fuck him, Never wanted him anyway.
Fair enough. All right, and squeeze out your last movement.
United.
Okay. Makes sense.
Based on previous evidence of Casemiro, and also, here's a little tidbit. So they're shit. I haven't included them in my Premier League, even in the talk of top 4. Just as a little spoiler for later. They're not in talk of relegation either, but they're definitely not even in contention for top 4 in my eyes. And then I'd like you to guess real quick, just rattle off some names. Most goals scored at Old Trafford in all competitions since 2021.
Not Anthony.
There's a different Anthony, and he comes in 6th, and it's Anthony Martial. For reference, 6th is 10 goals.
Oh.
Yeah.
In, 3 seasons.
3 seasons-ish, yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Rashford with 31.
Yep, that makes sense.
Bruno with 29.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo Sui with 17.
Now that's wild.
Yeah, and then it gets a little bit funny with Scott McTominay, 13. And then it gets even funnier with Mo Salah, 10.
Tough look.
Dude, wild.
Very tough look.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. Not ideal.
No.
Now, which one of your 3 would you like on the shit list?
United.
All right, fair enough. We'll put that in.
Because at some point, got to kind of feel bad for Varane a little bit. And also maybe feel bad for Sterling. Maybe he just wants to play football.
Yeah, I mean, you can't feel that bad for both of them. I'm sure they've made plenty of
money.
Not
as bad as I feel worse for them than I do for United.
Sure, yeah,
Yep.
fair enough.
No love lost there.
Fair enough. All right, should we get on to footy?
Yeah.
press both buttons at once there, dude.
That was a nice little combo.
It works surprisingly okay.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again, though. I'm terribly sorry. Would you like... Sorry, just for clarity for the listeners at home.
Thank you. First bit of news, Keelan?
Chad Wingard has retired after 13 seasons in the AFL, even though I don't know if it counts with this one, but 13 years, I think, definitely. Bit of a interrupted season after his ruptured Achilles and stuff, and I guess he just hasn't felt maybe that he's up to it anymore. Possibly not.
Pretty lengthy career in the footy world, so credit to him across the two clubs. Another, I guess, household name, name that you'd hear every week in a footy, gone this year.
Wild, isn't it?
Damn shame. I can if he was, I don't know, 5 years younger, 7 years younger, he would be all in and about Hockball for sure. You could see him running rampant in Hockball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. He'd be having a lovely time.
Enjoy retirement, Wingard.
Chatterthy.
All right, Gocko Suns have broken their membership record for the 5th year in a row. 26,157 members.
I missed the number. Can you say it again?
26,157 members.
Glad I could be a part of history.
Very good. I don't know. Good to see. I'm sure people go, Mickey Mouse, Asterix, you sign up for, one-game memberships and stuff like that. But I'm sure there's plenty of silly ones in the West Coast, 100,000 plus that they get every year. I'm sure they do pet memberships too.
Well, there's a few clubs that give you fucking KO on your membership too.
Yeah, a handful of those.
So, are they including those memberships?
Probably.
Yeah, so
probably.
I think one of them was the Bulldogs, right?
Or Bulldogs were one of the first or most widely known. I know the Suns definitely do it now, but there's a handful that do it for sure. Probably, I think it's mainly smaller clubs, to be fair. Makes sense.
But yeah, Collingwood probably doesn't do it.
No, I wouldn't think so. All right, should we do our finals brackets?
Welcome to the bracket.
And then I guess that'll sort of cover this week's tips too at the same time.
Ish.
Then
we need to do a shoe.
Yes. All right. First up this week, Thursday night footy is back. Love to see it. We have Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide, Geelong. What are we thinking, boys?
Sorry, it's backwards. I've got Port.
I've got Port as well.
I've got Geelong to win.
Wow,
it didn't take us long to divert, did it?
Very interesting. All right, Friday night, MCG. Probably going to be the best game of the first round of finals.
Oh, I surely hope so.
Bulldogs, Hawks.
It's Hockball.
Dogs.
Matty does love the Dogs.
Matty fucking loves Bontempelli. So hear me out.
I'm also on the Hawks.
Yay, Hockball. All right, so...
I'm worried, though.
I'm worried as well. But Will Day's still out. Finn McGuinness come in, tag the shit out of the Bont. Aaron Norton has to go get the ball more by himself. He won't do well at that. Hawk win.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's simplified. That's the summary of my 3-page dissertation.
Yeah.
On
very simplified. Now, I am a little worried.
Yeah.
Given the Hawks didn't exactly get a tune-up on the way into finals. They
got a confidence boost on them.
Yeah, they got time on the dyno, but didn't exactly hit the track.
That's a great analogy.
130-ish point win over North Melbourne.
Well,
70-point win or 60-point win over Richmond. Beat Carlton by 1 billion as well, who fell into finals. And then the next top 8 between their last 7 games of the season was GWS before that, where they lost by 2, and then they beat
one of the best teams in the league at the moment. Only lost by 2.
Mm-hmm. And then they lost to Geelong by 50 odd as well.
Oh, that one doesn't count.
Yeah. So that's the worrying thing. Whereas the Bulldogs obviously played the Giants in the wind last week and got a big win. Also had a big confidence boost against North Melbourne the week before, though.
See, there's
also a similar Mickey Mouse schedule, but just a little bit more favourable with beating a decent quality team.
Now, hear me out. There's a 60 to 70% chance of rain at the G on Friday night.
Right.
Take Watto for 3.
All right. Pencil it in.
Yep. Someone in the Hawthorn Fans Forever group or whatever was like, put in the weather forecast and went, all right, surely Watto for a bag and best on ground. I was like, all right, that's a stretch, but yeah, if it's pissing down with rain, put in the young wizard.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed that I did see was Jack Gunston's kicked 3 against the Bulldogs in their 3 of the last 4 games. So
take it for ow, Jesus Christ,
a couple.
Take it for 2 up.
Got a bone of that quick, eh? Just bump your whole desk.
Yeah. My elbow slipped off, and at the same time, shook my funny bone a bit funny. So
yeah, what did it slip on? Substance on your desk.
We're talking about Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
hands on cock.
No Hawk.
All right. Next up, we have which one's next? The Sydney game. They got shafted with the 3:20 p.m. on Saturday. Sydney
They're
skirmish.
Getting ready for that grand final slot.
Mm-hmm. True. Sydney skirmish. Sydney scramble. Swans versus Giants again in the finals, in the first week of finals. It's almost like they're playing the same conference or division or something. They keep getting this matchup early on. It's a bit silly.
Look, this is a tough one, but I think Sydney.
I think the Sydney team is going to win it.
Oh, don't say it like that, you fucking...
I'm on the Swans.
Yeah. Swans as well.
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Tough look for the orange team.
But also my bracket's a bit unusual. Just you wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not the greatest little step into finals for the Giants, getting whooped in Ballarat. Sydney finished on top. I think they rested Isaac Heaney, for example, in that last game.
And Warner as well.
And Warner, yeah.
But not the one you're thinking of. like literally the young one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Corey Warner.
Yeah, that's the one.
But yeah, Swans.
Swannies.
All right, and Saturday night, 7:30, Gabatoir Lions, Blues.
Yeah, this is the shoe of the fucking shoe of the century, dude. It's the Lions.
I've got the Lions.
Yeah, I've got the Lions as well. Brisbane Ions to get the crowd energised again.
I should have entered that into my tipping app of choice while doing that.
Yeah, that would have been a good shout.
What's the margin for Port Geelong? What are we feeling, fellas?
I feel like it's going to be close-ish.
Yeah, Port by 11.
I'm going to go 16 is my close-ish margin, usually.
Fair. Oh, here's a question. What's your pick, Bundy and Kohler or Jameson and Dry? 63% of AFL fans have picked Bundy and Kohler. That's
surprising.
Disgusting.
That is actually quite surprising.
Yeah.
Jameson and Dry for me.
Yeah, 100% Jameson and Dry. I'm locking that one in. That's my shoe-in of the week.
Yeah, definitely can't stand Bundy. All right, shoe-in of the week. What are rules in finals again? We can pick the same?
Not for this first week, surely not.
Not for this first round? There's too many games.
Oh, boy.
Quick recap of the shoe-in standings.
Unless I'm top. Am I top?
No.
No. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we can pick whatever we want. So we can't pick the same.
Mm-hmm. No, this might work out anyway. Shoe-in standings, Matt's on 17 with a margin or cumulative margin of 313. Keelan's on 16 with 515, and I'm on 16 with 451.
Dude, my margin is
big
fucking
swing
banging,
on the margin
dude.
Late in the season. All right, shoe-in of the week. I'm going to take the Lions at the Gabba again.
Yeah, back to the well, dude.
Yeah.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Which is what I thought when I kept picking Sydney.
That's right.
5-week dry streak.
The Suns on the road.
Oh, yeah, true.
Got to turn a corner.
It all evens out, doesn't it? Look, I'm half tempted to pick Hawk, but I'm going to take Sydney. Oh, no.
That's a smart choice.
Touch move, isn't it? Speed chess. I'll just take Sydney. I'll just take it. Yeah.
Definitely the smart option.
Oh, boy.
Now Matt's got himself a bit of a pickle, but he does love his doggies. Ooh.
Oh,
ooh,
dude.
Ooh, ooh.
These two are so tight.
Them boys are calling.
Yeah,
if you're going by odds alone, it's got to be Port. But,
yeah.
But you got a thing for dogs.
I just think the Cats are that kind of team that can...
Yeah.
They're a finals team.
Yeah. They have so much experience.
They played the regular season to scrape into the 8, and yet they didn't just scrape into the 8, did they?
Yeah, exactly. They came third. Sneaky, really fucking good.
Yeah. No, but like I don't think you'd legitimately go, yeah, Geelong this season were convincingly really good.
No, exactly. And Tom Hawkins out injured or whatever. I don't
Retired
know.
Now, isn't he?
Yeah, he announced his retirement end of the season. I don't know whether he's going to get back into the squad because their other big tall bloke who came in for him has played pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But even losing him, they still have so many experienced players, as you said, Matt. And they're just one of those clubs for the past 14 years that it's like, oh yeah, the first, 25 weeks of the footy season don't actually matter because we'll be there for the last 4 or 5.
They're playing Moneyball. They're playing the efficient, just
exactly
scrape through method and then just win it all at the end.
They're the Tom Brady Patriots. They just get through the regular season and then the real season starts.
Yeah.
Far out. I reckon maybe if I'm lucky, the Hawks will be soft and weak from playing Richmond and North Melbourne.
Unlikely. These boys fucking love it.
They'll be supple after going up against a really hard North Melbourne side.
Yeah.
last week of the season.
Mate, you're forgetting that these boys fucking love footy, mate.
3 weeks is a long time to have not played footy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
They've had 3 weeks off.
That's not bad. That's funny. You do remember that how tough the start of the Lonnie game was, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they had 15 minutes on.
True. Well, yeah.
Before they got their wet weather game running for the 60 to 70% chance of rain at the G on Friday night.
The Bulldogs lost to the Hawks earlier in the year, but it's hard to beat a team twice in a season.
Yeah. No, so Port and Cats,
but Hawks
I'm not even going to touch. I can't touch because Port have good numbers. They're second, but the Cats could definitely beat them. I can see that happening. And then, so I have to take the coin flip of the Dogs and the Hawks. And I kind of want the Hawks to win. I think that would be nice. I'm more invested in the Hawk side from a Storm in the Beach point of view, I suppose. You know, there's more in it, but I think I'll take the Dogs.
Emotional hedge in combination with the podcast.
I suppose so, yeah.
Solidarity and such.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there was no way that I could. There's no way that I was going to shoe that game in because I don't
that
want.
That would have been ballsy.
Because it's like, you know, if it goes pear shaped, I'm drinking the juice, and also my team's season's over. And it's just like at that point, I may as well just fucking drown in the juice.
Go out by a big rope.
What are the shoe-in rankings again?
You're on 17, and Keelan and I are both on 16. Your margin is 313. Keelan's is 515, and mine's 451.
You never know. The Doggies could beat Hawthorn by 200 plus.
If I lose this, it's over. You got to think.
Yeah, we'll just all pick the same games from here on out.
Oh, that would be such bad
dirty.
manners.
That'd be so dirty.
Oh boy. The Lions could lose to Carlton. That would be funny.
They could. They did lose by one first game of the season to the Blues up at the Gabba.
You're forgetting that the Blues are playing with like fucking half of their squad. So,
yep.
Man, if they win, they deserve to win the grand final, dude.
Am I able to look at the lineups, or is it still too far?
Too early.
It might be too early still.
Far out.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of lineup would swing you?
I don't know if like Bontempelli was out, for example.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That would be pretty grim to wake up to.
Bontempelli, Ugelhagen, Liberatore, all that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be wild, wouldn't it? It's like that
would be get on the phone to your super company, plead financial crisis, and withdraw all of it and put it on Hock.
Hey, better return than the stock market.
Yeah, and then put a big fat contribution straight back in.
Yeah,
next business day.
All right.
Ooh. No, I'd write that down, I suppose.
Yeah, I got it in the sheet. All right, thank you. Now, should we run through the rest of our brackets?
Oh, yeah. We probably should just start again and go one by one.
Yeah.
Just so the viewers make sense.
Yep. So then into what would be the semi-finals, I believe. So it would be the winner of the two elimination finals versus the loser of the qualifying finals. So winner of the, 5-8, 6-7 versus loser of 1-4, 3-2, 2-3.
I'm sorry. What the fuck are you saying?
I'm just explaining how the AFL bracket works.
It's definitely a visual medium.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So if maybe we'll just work, left to right on our little upside down pyramids we're working with here. I have loser of Sydney Giants being Giants coming up against winner of Lions, Carlton being Lions, and the Lions winning that one.
Yep. Oh.
I think
Lions winning that one.
Lions beating the Giants, yeah.
Wow. At Engie, the fortress of Engie.
Yeah.
The fortress.
Yeah, there'll be dozens of disappointed fans.
Yeah.
That week.
I was fishing for that.
There'll be as many $5 high-vis vests as you can poke a stick at.
Facts. Although Broden Kelly's telling everyone to hop on the Giants now.
I did see that he was doing preview for everyone, I believe.
Oh.
I saw that yesterday, that he had done one for the Swans as well. Didn't watch it. I watched the Giants one because that was a bit ago. But yeah, apparently he's the footy guy now.
But we're 3 footy guys. Does that make us 3 times as good at least?
Yeah, possibly.
The math lines up.
Some of our jokes.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, the rest of your bracket?
All right, and then in the second semi-final, I would have winner of Hock Dogs, which is Hock versus loser of Port Cats, which is Cats, and Hock beating the Cats in that semi.
Nice.
All right, you boys, show us your semis.
So yeah, my semi 2 is Geelong Hock as well. I have Hock, but I've got the same semi-final 1 being Giants and Lions, but I've got Giants winning that.
Oh my.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the Lions this year, man.
I think they're coming good.
I don't know. They're just not very.
They had a bad patch in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't very convincing when they played the Suns, and the Suns didn't play their best game when we saw them either.
No, that's true. And they didn't exactly have a great convincing win over the Bombers, but if they can not kick 11-21, they should be all right.
It helps.
Yeah. Few, your semi-finals?
I've got the Giants beating the Lions and the Dogs beating Port Adelaide.
Wow, your bracket is entirely different on the right. Wowee.
Yeah, switching it up completely. All right, onto the prelims. Yep. You guys are frozen on my screen. I think it's my internet, though. Oh,
just your internet, I think. Yeah, maybe. We can hear you.
Maybe not.
Without issue.
Internet. Yeah, as long as everyone can hear me.
Yeah.
All right, prelims. I've got Sydney versus Hock on one side, and then and I've got Sydney in that one, which is unfortunate. And prelim on the other side is Port versus Brisbane, and I've got Brisbane on that side.
This is where we differentiate. I've got Sydney Hock, but Hock win, dude. Hock win the Battle of the Birds, and then I've got Port Giants, but I've got the NG boys coming through.
Wowee, the Orange Tsunami crashing through,
which makes a Hock. Oh no, I won't skip ahead. Nah. What's your prelims, Matty?
I've got Sydney Dogs, Sydney winning.
And, yeah, right. The umpires won't allow that to happen.
And Giants Cats, Giants winning.
Interesting.
Okay, so somehow
both got Giant all the way through.
A completely wild right side of Matt's bracket. We've got half the grand final the same.
Yeah, that's wild. Matt, very interesting. All right, my grand final, because fuck the VFL, is Sydney versus Brisbane. With
you started
Sydney
there
winning.
And worked back, didn't you pricks?
Yes. Yeah, with Sydney winning the flag.
Yep. I've got a Giant Hock. With Hock taking.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. With Hock taking it away.
Well, hey.
Yeah.
And Matt's got Sydney Derby, I believe.
Yeah, Sydney Giants, but the Sydney wild. Swans win.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be a pretty insane grand final, to be
fair. The VFL would be so angry. Sydney versus Sydney.
Out of spite, they get Kerry Underwood on the commentary and pay her to say the Orange team.
Would be a good pairing to go with the Katy Perry entertainment.
Stop reminding me, dude. That's they better have like some Australian act at halftime or whatever.
Yeah, I hope so. The Sydney Derby Grand Final would be diabolical. It would fit the script though of opening round this season, trying to take advantage of the NRL being in Las Vegas, but still hosting AFL games in Sydney the same weekend as the NRL came back from Las Vegas. But trying to make the most of it, and then just finishing it off with an all Sydney grand final would be just the Shyamalan twist at the end of the script.
I just pressed the auto tip button on that website and I don't know what it did.
Did it do anything? Most of the other buttons didn't seem to do anything.
I think it's because it's the end of the season. Manually tip the whole season. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, yes, that's the AFL.
That's the AFL. That's our brackets. We'll see how they pan out.
Can you put a multi in for all those games?
You can do a pick 9, I believe. It's called.
Can we find out the odds? Is that going to take too long?
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be able to get it up pretty rapidly.
In 2 seconds, you reckon?
Yeah, here we go. All right. Matt and I want. You want Hawks Premier?
Yes, please.
Hold on. Just look at the matchups to get them all right. Looks like they have the numbering around the opposite direction because of game start times. All right, so you've got Hawk, PA, Hawk versus who in the grand final?
Giants. The Giants.
Oh, this is going to take a while. I mean, to make it easy, right? Hawk winner, pick 9, lowest odds, which would be like the favoured outcome in each of the games, except Hawks winning, probably, is 81-1.
That's fucking easy money, dude. Lock it in.
So that's the very best, and clearly doesn't have Giants making it through. I don't believe.
No, I probably have Sydney. No, it would be
probably Sydney would be the favourite. They're the favourite. Lowest odds on a Sydney pick 9 is $67-1. Matthew. So if you paired that up with the Orange team, pretty sweet. Might be worth a little sprinkle of $1 per person on the pick 9 on the system pick.
I'll sign up for some bonus bets. Put it all on black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. All right. That'll do us for footy. Quick bit of NHL news, which is very sad from late last week. Rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau, who was, I think, a Blue Jackets player currently, formerly a Flames player, was killed by a apparent drunk driver whilst riding a bike. Him and his brother were both killed by a drunk driver riding their bike near their family home in New Jersey, a day before his sister's wedding as well. Which they, obviously cancelled, but just terrible. Just terrible. Both of them had played in the NHL or were currently playing, and just awful news. I think he was 31 and his brother was 30. So
this is rude.
Tough news.
It's pretty shit.
He says in laughter.
Yeah. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it.
Yeah, don't be a cunt.
The news reported the guy had 5 or 6 beers before driving.
You reckon they were pints?
Probably not. But he allegedly failed the field sobriety test. And,
dude, that shit still blows my mind that they're doing just fucking walk in a straight line, fucking say the alphabet backwards bullshit. Like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, and blood alcohol levels were not available at the time. But it is very silly. I don't think I could do those exercises sober, like at a good time of day as well, not like late at night, like 10:30 in the morning. I couldn't do the alphabet backwards.
No, I definitely can't. My brain doesn't work like that.
They have to teach it, right? It's got to be in school, like you learn it.
Yeah, so they don't even teach you how to do fucking taxes at school, dude. They're not teaching you how to say the alphabet backwards.
I think from what I've heard that that test, like the movements of it, like the last one is meant to literally put you in a position where you stand there and put your hands behind your back so they can put handcuffs on you.
This is America.
But yeah, terrible news. I'm sure that there's been announcements from the league and all the clubs and stuff like that, and I'm sure there'll be some stuff at the start of the season and when that kicks off at the end of the month or end of October, I think. So yeah, bad news. Sorry to be a downer. On to football in it.
On to the good news.
Football, innit?
In good news, I've got a bit of funny news, actually. So, Romelu Lukaku...
Otherwise known as Pasta Man.
Yeah, well, he's gone to another Italian club. He's gone from Chelsea to Napoli. He's gone from Chelsea to another Italian team for $33 million. This is Bleacher Report, so I assume that's US dollars. Which makes his total career transfer fee count $415 million US dollars.
That's wild.
Yeah. What's even more wild is that Chelsea bought him from Anderlecht in 2011 for 17 million USD. Loaned him to Everton for 4 mil, then sold him for 40 mil to Everton. Then Everton sold him to United for 95 mil, which is wild. As you know, he didn't really do that great at United, so his price dropped a bit to 83 mil at Inter, and that's when he went through his real pizza pasta phase and was just
Mediterranean diet,
crushing it.
Yeah, from fish and chips to pizza and pasta.
Yeah,
huge
and so
improvement.
If we go back, just because I've said a lot of numbers, 40 million is what Chelsea originally made for him. Chelsea bought him back off Inter for 127 million, dude.
Wowee. And
then loaned him to then I forgot they loaned him back to Inter for 9 mil.
Yeah.
And then the next year loaned him to Roma for 7 mil, and now have sold him to Napoli for 33 mil. So, for anyone counting along at home, that's a net loss.
Net loss. Yeah. Not great.
Yeah. Good one, Chelsea.
I wonder how Chelsea are in such a bad financial position.
Dude, like,
crazy.
I genuinely have to think that there is, like, if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't be, doing the United thing of, Glazers out or whatever, any of that shit. I'd just stop. I would genuinely just stop. It's not that they're losing games. It's that they have no fucking idea what they're doing, dude.
Instead of losing whatever it ended up being, minus $40 million or whatever it was over the course of his career, they could have just spent $40 million on private chefs and he would have just been great his whole career at Chelsea. Just spend $40 million getting Italian chefs in and you've solved your issue. You've saved, you've net broke even if you have, 40 chefs and you give them $1 million each.
Doesn't even make any sense because like $123 million is like the price that English clubs pay for English players.
Yeah.
Like that is very heavily inflated for like homegrown tax normally. And like Lukaku had a good season at Inter Milan. But like the leagues are like pretty different.
Especially after
already
doing
playing
pretty well there early on, but obviously not great enough that they wanted to keep him in that league.
Yeah, right.
They sold him for what they could get, which was obviously very good. But, we'll just buy this guy back for way more, for triple the price.
Wild.
We sold him for. Because he's probably insanity. Better.
Doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, Liverpool's spending like 10 mil plus add-ons on Chiesa, who, now, I don't believe in omens, but Chiesa scored 77 goals before coming to Liverpool.
Okay.
Salah scored 77 goals before coming to Liverpool. Both played for Fiorentina at some point in their career. Dude. Is that not wild? They both play right wing. It's meant to be.
Sounds like they're starting to get on the Chelsea approach. We used to load up a side.
No. If like by load up a side, you mean they literally now have a backup option instead of no backup option? Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, good addition for Liverpool because he'll be able to be a good hookup for the team for quality chorizo as well.
Chorizo?
Yeah.
Isn't that like more of a Spanish thing?
Is Chiesa not Spanish?
No, he's Italian, dude.
Close enough.
They don't even border each other, you muppet.
He was playing there though, wasn't he?
No, he was playing at Juve.
I see.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes. It's all good, man.
It's all the same thing.
Chiesa's not the most Italian name.
No.
But his first name is Federico. So
that could be a number of countries.
Yeah, well, yeah, is what it is. But I reckon that's like cheeky, low key, one of the better signings, like top 5, I think, if you're going to go on value as well. So yeah, no complaints from me there.
Yeah, that's good. I saw Haaland got another hat trick.
Yeah,
which is just ludicrous.
Typical. Yep. The list of most Premier League hat tricks, like the top 5 most players with most Premier League hat tricks, is wild because he's like 4 or 5 on it or something. But you look down the table, everyone else has like triple figure games, and then you get to him and he's like 83 games. And you're like, holy fuck, dude.
He has 8 in the Prem from 69 games.
69 games, nice.
He just overtook, I guess, jumped a bunch of people on 8 on this list. Top of the list, Thierry Henry, 258 games. Harry Kane, 320 games. Michael Owen, 326 games. Above him, Aguero at the top, 12 hat tricks in 275. Pretty bloody good. Alan Shearer, 11 hat tricks in 441 games.
Noted Robbie Fowler, one of the best goal scorers in Premier League history.
Ever.
For most people,
Ever. Robbie Fowler, 9 hat tricks, 379 games. He's got 8. He's not even played 70 games yet.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Who do they play next week?
If he stays fit, he's just going to break all the records, right?
Look, I don't wish injury on anyone, but at some point you have to kind of wish harm on the opposition, don't you? Because, like, what else you got to do, you know? Because for context, they're playing Arsenal this weekend. Holy shit. That's a game.
Yeah,
that is a game, dude.
1-1.
Big football.
If we extrapolate it out to him playing as many games as Alan Shearer, 441, he'll have 40-plus hat tricks by the time he gets there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the top guy's got 12.
Like, sports science has come a long way. Like, in theory, the longevity should be there. Longevity shouldn't be the issue.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, sorry. Talking about the inevitability of City just kind of gets me tired.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, bonkers, isn't it? Also,
all right, Champions League format. Can you explain this to me?
It?
I tried to look it up. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, they went. You know what? What's great what's great about the Champions League? Groups.
Nothing. Let's change it.
And they went, oh, well, fuck that off. Let's just do a table. And so now they've also added more teams, as far as I'm aware. So there's 36 teams in the Champions League. They've added so many teams in it that if you go to the Europa League right now, there are teams in there without team logos on the Google plugin thing, the Google add-on for the table and such.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so basically they've drawn a bunch of games, and Liverpool doesn't have any easy, super duper easy teams, which is bullshit. At least we're playing Madrid at home. But yeah, so you just kind of, everyone can get drawn against everyone or something, or there was pots or whatever. I don't know. But then, yeah, it's just whoever gets the most points. The 8 teams with the most points then go through. So in theory, I think the idea is that in theory, the next stage will have 8 teams that probably deserve to be there more than could have if you had a weak group.
Yeah, like
previously.
Better quality games. Like you're not going to have like, you know, some random Netherlands team who, great, they made it to Champions League, but scrape through.
Yeah, yeah.
In their group.
The problem though is that also on the flip side, you are losing that like underdog could take it out thing if you get a nice run through, which is just like one of the cool parts of cup competition, isn't it? Because like, you know, your Celtics, your Club Bruges, your Dynamo Zagrebs, like they're what the fuck are they gonna do, bro? They're gonna win their, you know, 6 or I think it's 6 games. They have to win 6 games, and in theory, I think, you know, the top 8 will probably win, you know, 4 to 6 games out of that. I mean, you know, it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, who the fuck are Club Brugge gonna name me 4 teams in here that Club Brugge are gonna beat?
Yeah, you're losing that March Madness upset factor for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Which is just no
Very
fun.
Interesting.
But
And
it makes them more money.
Correct. I was about to say, by the changes, it sounds like the Champions League is going to go for 4 months. Probably longer.
Well,
I feel like it usually goes for that long.
But there is 36 teams.
Yeah.
So a bunch of them still go down to the Europa League. So that hasn't changed. Like places like 9 through, I think it's another 8 places. So I guess 9 through 16 or something still go through. But like, yeah, it's a bit wild. It's a bit intense. Okay, maybe take Tottenham to win the Europa League because there's some fucking teams in here that don't make any sense, dude.
You heard
like
it
there's a lot more lower league teams going through now because they allocated more Champions League spots to those lower nations as well. I think. Is how it worked because they didn't end up giving any more.
Yeah, I was just reading something about that where they had sort of outlined the allocations of additional spots in previous changes to different nations, and it was like England and Italy for like the past 3 or something silly like that. So it'll be some lesser European countries.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, there's at least 2 Turkish teams.
Oh, just hammer whoever plays them.
Yeah. Like, look at this team. First in Eliteserien, they're called Bodo/Glimt. Right? They literally don't have a club crest. They're in the Champions League. They literally don't have a club crest on Google. Do you want to guess? What company?
Upstart
not company.
Club.
Jesus Christ! Do you want to guess what country this team is from?
Uzbekistan.
Not close.
Oh.
It's Norway.
Is it going to... Oh, right. Fair enough.
Yeah. But they don't have a club icon on Google, which is just fucked.
Not a great look.
No. Dude, this...
Tough tough look in speaking of club icons, when you're scrolling through Sportsbet over the weekend, college football just started, and I see a live score for Georgia versus whoever they were playing, and the Georgian flag is there instead of like the UGA red G.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, sweet, nice one.
Nice. Oh, okay. So there's two teams. Oh, sorry, two teams in the Bodo/Glimt are in the Europa League. I was looking at the wrong league. So there's two teams in the Europa League that have no club crest.
Oh, they're getting smashed.
Yep. Dude, somehow they let Israel in.
What do you mean?
They're not Europe, are they?
I mean, we're getting Eurovision.
I don't know.
Eurovision isn't the fucking end-all and be-all of the continent of Europe, is it?
Well, neither is.
I mean, Australia's in Eurovision, right?
Well, that's what Isaac just said.
Oh, yeah.
God, this room's big.
But
I can't see him. He's in 144p.
Yeah, that's fair. But also, how do they have How do they have any competitive football teams right now? I thought they all had to be fucking launching missiles or whatever.
Well, they're still playing basketball, apparently. Pat Bev's over there.
Oh.
Playing for Tel Aviv.
Ooh.
I just think that the world should grow up and stop hurting each other. If the world was hear me out, if the world was a preschool, we already covered religious violence this episode already. But if the world was a preschool, you'd take away their toys. So you're like, oh, hey, Israel, sorry, your teams can't play in the Champions League because, I don't know, you've been a cunt and killing a lot of people. Then they might rethink it.
What do you do if
like
someone
Russia's in the Olympics?
Yeah, do the same thing. It's like, hey, Russia, you know all the doping shit you've ever done in the past, and you know how like you're attacking the shit out of Ukraine or whatever. Yeah. No Olympics for you. Not until you eat all your vegetables.
That's so rough, I thought. Like the athletes would have... I feel they'd have the least to do with anything, if we're being honest. Because they're just in their like time chambers.
They can emigrate to another country. No one's stopping them, except for Putin.
Do they have that? They should have like a flag you can participate under if you don't have a country.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm in so much pain. I forget what they call it though.
I do forget. It's some white. It's just like under an Olympic committee or whatever.
It's like the YMCA or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Like a lot of the athletes at this Olympics just gone moved from Russia to other neighboring countries and just competed under their flag instead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, there was a lot at the Olympics before where they were just like home brand Olympic athlete.
So sorry. Sorry, no, please go on.
No, that's what I was saying.
Turns out they just call it independent Olympians. It's a lot more boring than I thought. In case you're wondering,
IGA.
4 athletes from Belarus won medals at this Olympics under
Russia.
the no. 4 athletes under Belarus were named independent or neutral for this one, and then 2 Russian athletes were independent in tennis and won the silver or something. But yeah. There you go. That Mac guy always comes up with the good ideas, but like 40 years too late.
Just a little bit too late.
Look, in the whole length of the human race being alive, Matt being 40 years late is just a drop in the bucket.
That's true.
So
True.
Percentage-wise, he didn't miss it by that much. Should we move on to the Premier League predictions?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, 10 minutes before the show, Matt asked, what are Champions League spots?
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
For someone who hasn't, done Premier League predictions before.
I don't think he actually did them last year. I think he sat in while we both predicted it last year.
That would make sense, yeah. That makes a lot more
legitimately,
sense.
I think he was bleeding internally and sleeping in the corner or something.
Sleeping, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the bunker while we were talking.
I think, what's more entertaining, do you reckon? The relegation spots or the Champions League spots?
Are the Champions League spots the top 4 EPL teams?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think top 4 is more interesting.
The Champ League 4 spots that I've written down, which included many non-EPL teams.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry. So, Matt, and for the listeners that don't really follow the English Premier League, when you finish the Premier League season in the top 4, the next season you're admitted into the Champions League as well as the Premier League. So there you go. So next time you play in the FIFA career mode, you know what you have to aim for.
Sure. Thank you.
I thought Matt would say something to recognise that I was helping, but he just kind of sat there spinning.
He was trying to figure out the
fucking
Beyblade in England.
Oh, yeah, true. All right, should we start with relegation then? Because have you done relegation already, Matt?
Yeah, I've got it all ready to go.
Cool. Should we go bottom up because it's probably the most obvious?
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So 20th, I've got Leicester.
Oh,
I also have Leicester.
They don't have a Premier League ready team. The squad is actually worse than the squad that got relegated 2 years ago. And they failed a profit and sustainability ruling appeal in July. So points deduction on the cards.
Yeah. Didn't their coach get hired by an actual Premier League club as well?
No. Their coach got hired by Chelsea.
Ah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah, easy mistake to make.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Who do you have, Matty?
I've got West Ham United. Hamtown.
Hot take.
Just you wait. Oh, fucking why?
I don't know.
Is it because in season 3 of Ted Lasso, they lost their head coach?
Yes.
No, I just... I don't know. Hamtown. No, I think they have a silly name.
We'll come back to West Ham, but I severely disagree with that.
Okay.
I aggressively disagree with that take. All right, moving up to 19th, Southampton.
Oh. Maybe I did originally mean... All I've written down was Hamtown, and then I forgot how many Hamtowns there were.
Tottenham, West
There's too many.
Southampton.
Well, Matt's going to go back-to-back Hamtowns then, I think, for his relegation picks.
Yeah, who's your next, Matty?
I've got the Switch.
I've also got the
Ipswich.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Your home team.
Yeah.
They actually have a couple of Australians on the lineup as well too, actually. So
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, you hate to see them go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Big Ed's going to be a bit unhappy after this season.
Ed
Sheeran.
Oh, sorry, yep. Sorry, do you have Ipswich as 19th as well?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
I think my audio is also very delayed.
Yeah, it very much might be. Well, I'm going to say the number... Oh, he's gone.
He's gone entirely.
I'll switch my camera off and see if it helps.
I'm gonna say the number 1 in a second, and you're gonna say go as soon as you hear when me say the number 1. Okay. 1.
Go.
You didn't say that right afterwards, did you?
Yeah, as far as I heard it, yeah. I can tell
it's like
how
talking
delayed
through
it is
a cup phone
because
like
I can hear it come back to me through someone else's mic. It comes back, and I can hear the delay, and it like doubles it up.
Oh no!
Who have you voted in 18th, Matt?
What? What a fucking shambles.
Yes, thank you, Keelan.
Okay, no. But all right, 18th. Isaac, go ahead.
Everton.
Oh, no way, I've got the same.
Oh, that was actually pretty quick too.
Yeah. Maybe the cloud coverage on your Starlink satellites is clearing.
Possibly.
That was not too slow. Who do you have for 18th, Matty?
Chelsea.
They can't spend this much money and get away with it without issues. That's Matt's reason. They're going to be deducted 40 points.
On 40 points deduction, easy. I don't hate it. I really don't. But I've got Everton because they have players and a manager I would trust to keep them up. But did you see their game against Bournemouth? They just threw that in the bin.
Shocking.
And that really did not inspire hope. And there's also mumblings of another potential points deduction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was getting it early on that news.
Yeah. Yeah. But they just don't inspire hope at all. I think they got away with it last season, but they've sold, I don't know, they're one of their better midfielders. So I don't know. We'll see how they go. It's not looking good. Oh, does that mean you have Southampton staying up, Isaac?
Yeah, other notable eligible Southampton just above that. And then Brentford.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't hate the Brentford just being out of relegation, but I had some people put them in the relegation zone when I was reading around, and I'm not sure if I like that because they're they're Moneyball. They're not going to be excellent, but I don't think they're not going to be in contention for European football, but I also don't think they're going to get relegated.
No, they're not going to be that bad.
No.
Yeah, Southampton, the fortunate team in regards to Everton's looming points deduction.
Yeah, because I think any betting person would probably, without any rumblings of points deductions, you'd put the 3 teams that came up to go back down.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I have switched staying up because of they've had 2 very tough games so far, in City and Liverpool, obviously. And I think the way they were composed for periods of those games, I think will hopefully pay dividends when they play some of the lower tier teams. So, but we'll see. Obviously, being battered by 2 of the best teams in the league, the first 2 match weeks might actually be a bit of a mental whack. So we'll see.
Tough start, yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll move on to who Matt thinks is going to win the Champions League. It's Real Madrid, isn't it?
It might have possibly been at one point.
Yeah. I'm going to go top down on top 4 because I think it's more interesting who squeezes into the top 4 more so than... Yeah. Because Liverpool are going to win the league. Reasoning being unbiased, so deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a kiss. City is second because I don't want them to win again. Thank you. And Arsenal third because I think, they want to win that elusive Champions League and might put a little bit more into that subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
But, they could they'll be still in there. Who do you guys have top three?
Want me to go first?
No, I'll go.
Cool.
I've got... I didn't put them in any particular order.
I'll do it in order, you dog. Quick.
Yeah. No, City, unfortunately.
Oh.
We all hate it, but...
Yeah.
If they haven't been knocked down yet...
Well, they have 3 years ago when Liverpool won the league.
No, I mean, in terms of, all their recent questionable conduct. Anyway.
Sorry, I get you, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about potential points deductions. Well, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gunners, second.
Oh.
And then United.
There's no way that's a genuine take.
I think they'll get there.
I've got nothing. Dude, that is a worse take than Chelsea getting relegated. I shit you not.
At least Chelsea getting relegated is a funny joke.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Matt and Sean Millis handshake meme. United fans.
Well, who do you have top three, Isaac?
I have Man City with a big fat asterisk that says if they don't get points deduction into oblivion.
The asterisk is a footnote to dollar signs.
Yeah, exactly. So because of that reason, I am picking Arsenal and then Liverpool as my 2 and 3. They would be my smart money bets. Would be Arsenal and Liverpool and pray for points deduction.
Smart money.
Big pray.
Yeah.
Look, it might be, depending on, I don't know the odds. Oh, he's back.
Oh. I think I'm more real time, maybe. I don't know.
1.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Yeah.
1.
Are we going to do it again? Give me...
Yeah, no,
Give
you're
me
too
some
low.
notice, man.
1.
1.
Oh, that's not too bad. 2.
Yeah, 2.
No, that's fine. Okay, cool. So odds to win the Premier League season. Can you whip those up, Mr. Gamble?
Sure thing.
Yeah, Thank you. Because probably City.
I can tell you for a fact now it's shitty.
Yeah.
City, $1.91.
Oh,
so
dude.
you're in for you want a big fat amount to put on them for that price this early in the season. It's a long wait.
Do you reckon they'll refund bets if they
$1.90.
get a points deduction?
Nope. No way.
Yeah, so there is literally zero benefit in betting on City. It's not worth the risk.
No, it's not worth it at all.
Yeah.
Even Arsenal, you'd be questioning whether it's worth the amount of time that you have to wait for it at $2.88.
Oh, you better putting that off in just fucking throw it in your super.
Yeah, exactly. And then Liverpool $5.50. So you can
That's a bit rude.
You can do a bit of wiggling with your wager sizes on Liverpool and Arsenal, and put a bit more Liverpool, a bit less on Arsenal, and have equal payout overall, and pray for City's walls to be knocked down.
I think it's worth a shout.
Pray for City to burn.
Even though, you will be waiting until May?
Yeah, exactly. It's a long fucking time.
It's more of a, sick, I nailed the Premier League prediction more so than anything else.
It's a brag, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a massive brag. Even though you only turned $5 into $25, it's a hella big brag.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing, is saying you were right and the bookies were wrong, and they gave you too much money. Unless you treat it like a piggy bank where you put in $10 a week on the differing odds for it to bank up, and you've got like 20 bets on the same team.
Could get interesting. So for my fourth, I've got some ones I was tossing around, and I've got reasons why I was tossing them around, if you'll indulge me.
Okay, just before that,
yep.
The biggest joke that of the show so far is Sportsbet having Chelsea as fourth favourite to win the Premier League at $31.
That is still a massive gap. So I mean, if they're fourth favourite to win the Prem, that would have them finishing fourth.
Correct.
You'd have to think so. Yeah, third. Dude, there's no way, dude. All right, okay. So hear me out. I haven't even considered United for this spot, and I wasn't considering Chelsea. But since Sportsbet have them, I'll let you know why they're not going to be fourth. Because they're a fucking shambles, dude. You can say all you want about, they're just not ready. They haven't gelled as a team or whatever. They were a team last season too. They didn't get that much better. They still sucked.
Yeah, correct.
Look, they got a new manager or whatever. You can't keep going through all the managers. One of them has to stick around for long enough.
Correct. Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, interesting that. But the real contenders, I think, and I guess these will flow over into your Europa League and your Conference League positions in no particular order. I have Matt's favourite, West Ham, for reasons such as they have no European football this year and made some good signings on already a decent list last season. They've managed to keep a hold of Paqueta. They've still got Ward-Prowse and such. Good list. Jared Bowen's exciting. They just signed that big German striker guy. Interesting team. Won't be playing as much football as some of these other teams.
No distractions. No distraction
whereas
football to be played.
Chelsea are going to go all out for the Conference League. So, sorry, it's fun to say. Brighton, my problem with them, they might be a bit fragile, but they'll probably score a lot of goals. So I think they'll be up there. But defensively, I'm unsure. Aston Villa, I do love this as a shout, but they'll be playing Champions League as well, and it's been a while since they've been there. So I think they'll get kind of emotionally attached to their chances and have a big crack. So they'll probably fall in the league because of that. And Newcastle, I don't know what it is about them. They just don't inspire the confidence to be fourth. Maybe it's just that I don't like them. But on the upside for them, they have also no European football. So, and hopefully less injury problems than last year. My real answer, Ange Ball.
Aha, how good.
Yeah. Ange Ball has settled in. Dominic Solanke could pan out to be the best signing of the season. They have plenty of fellas, and they all play as a team. They have dudes, and they're a team.
It helps. Definitely helps.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this season to play out as we have a takeoff between your, West Ham top of the table and Matt's West Ham relegation.
Look, they're not going to be top of the table. They're going to be, amongst top 8, I would say.
Yeah.
I think they probably come out maybe on top of Brighton, I'd think.
Best of the average.
Not even average, is it? Because top 8's still pretty sick.
Top 8's pretty good, yeah. What is it, 20?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, look, I can't wait for that one to pan out. We need to check back in end of the season and see if they get relegated for Matt or not, I guess.
Absolutely.
We'll remember that. If West Ham get relegated, we'll definitely remember that Matt picked it. There's no way.
So, yeah.
He'd be
do you
wishing
have
he
Tottenham
put
as well for fourth, Isaac?
I did. They were my fourth. They've got the Springman Solanke in. But as you said, they're playing as a team. Another year under Ange. the club itself, is now into its second season of actually being able to spend money, so they could acquire some players. So yeah, Ange Ball all the way. Next after that, I've got Newcastle, just for the sheer fact that they were pretty close last year, but decimated by injuries. And then I've got Aston Villa, powerhouse Aston Villa. And then
we joke,
the rest,
but they're playing Champions League.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. But I think they'll just be...
Dude, I think Man U are ninth at best.
Yeah, look, who knows? At this point, who knows? But yeah, Aston Villa will be a bit caught up in Champions League, I think, to be really pushing for fourth. But I think they'll still be in the top 8 quite easily.
Yeah, it's the only reason I think I give the other Claret and Blue a little bit more of a chance over them.
Yep.
But dude, United, I think they were the only team that didn't score a goal this week.
Far out. That's a tough look.
Just trying to find the stats here. They're currently sitting in 14th with a goal difference of -3. Thanks to your boys this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 1 against United. Sorry. They scored 1 against Brighton.
Harry Maguire up his old
Fulham
tricks.
By the looks. I didn't realise they beat Fulham. Well, good for them. So. Fulham might get relegated.
True.
But no, yeah. So only team to not score a goal this week. So could be doing worse. Everton have a -8 goal difference after 3 games.
Going to be a tough year.
Yep, facts. But yeah, there you go. Place your bets.
Matt, do you do your top 4?
I've also got Ange Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nice. Oh, how's this for an article? Ryan Gravenberch at the heart of slots revolution. You love to see it. Dead set. He fits in so well.
Innovator.
It's all fuck you. It's almost like they had this all organized behind the scenes when they were signing Ryan Gravenberch. It was like FSG were already had Arne Slot on the hook. Floppy already knew he was retiring. It's wild because Gravenberch has been playing pretty well as a 6 for the pool in that style. So, but anyway, that's all totally not true anyway. So we should flip a coin for Matt or whatever.
Yeah, we've got 2 now. Because we didn't do Matt's last week, so Matt has 1 and I've got 1 to pick. Give me a second. I'll get the
bless you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Screen share going.
Dude, it's only 7:45. Wow, 9. Fuck.
I was about to say, what time zone are you on? Jesus.
I misspoke. I literally read 8:45 and then misspoke.
All right. Got 2 flips. Matthew, you're on the left. I'm on the right. Ready to flip?
Let's flip. Heads.
Tails. Oh, tough look for the boys. 0 for 2.
To see it.
I did not enjoy that. I know we've not done many multi-flips, but that's the first multi-flip where they've been a double fail, I think.
Yeah, where there's not been an winner. Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Wow, what are the odds?
Look.
Leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
To the stats, Matt, you are 19 and 21 lifetime. I'm 25 and 15 as a team. We're 64 and 55.
Am I still even?
You're 20 and 19. You're up.
Heads. There you go. That's all I've got.
Excellent. All right. See you next week.
Cheerio.
It's goodbye.
Oh, fuck's sake.